A truck ploughs into protesters in Diepkloof, killing 2 people. A pregnancy delays justice in the much-anticipated Palopala case. And is Timothy Omotoso's wife staying in South Africa illegally? The Home Office thinks so. Hello, I'm Jane Dutton.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent.
The driver of a truck, which was looted by protesters in Soweto this morning, is now cooperating with police. This morning, residents from the Diepkloof hostel protested over housing issues. Diepkloof interchange was barricaded with burning tyres, rocks and debris, bringing traffic to a halt. 2 people have been confirmed dead following the demonstration.
Residents looted a range of products including pilchards, chicken braai packs and a few bottles of alcohol. With guns in hand, police are banging on the doors of container homes, structures that residents say symbolize their long-standing struggle for dignified housing. Forensic teams have collected at least 1 body nearby, while officers interrogate a truck driver who rammed through a crowd in a desperate bid to escape. And inside the hostel, anger continues to flare.
We too have rights as we live here. When people commit crimes, they come hide in our shacks, and we get caught in the crossfire. I've been shot with rubber bullets before.
City officials are expected to address the media. Monki Zikoko. Eyewitness News, Diepkloof in Soweto.
The state has added murder to the charges faced by 4 men arrested in connection with the disappearance of Eseri Ndlovu and his partner, Zodwa Mdluli. This was done after new evidence found the suspects, Samuel Mohongwe, Lucky Sikosana, Selo Uwane and Tato Madisha, intentionally killed Ndlovu and Mdluli by shooting them. The suspects made a brief appearance in the KwaShlanga Magistrates Court today, where the matter was postponed. Police have been searching for the couple who went missing in February this year. Officers recently found the bodies of 2 people in a veld believed to be those of the couple.
The state has added murder to the charges faced by 4 men arrested in connection to the disappearance of journalist Eseri Ndlovu and his partner Zodwa Mdluli. The 4 men made a brief appearance at the KwaShlanga Magistrates Court in Mpumalanga. In court today, the state added additional charges of murder to each of the accused suspects. This was done after the suspects, Samuel Mohongwe, Lucky Sikosana, Silo Uwane, and Tato Madisha, unlawfully and intentionally killed Ndlovu and Mdluli by shooting at them with firearms at their home in Mpumalanga. Deputy Minister in the Presidency, Kenny Moruleng, was in court today in support of the 2 families.
Well, in the first instance, our hearts are heavy. We are here to join hands with the family. We have made a public undertaking that we are going to do that throughout this trial.
Accused 3 and 4 in the matter, Silo Uwane and Tato Madisha, abandoned their bail application in court today. The matter was, however, postponed for a possible bail application for accused 1 and 2 in the matter, Mohongwe and Sikosana, for the 27th of May. Thandaluhle Ngobo, Eyewitness News in KwaShlanga, Mpumalanga.
Cyril Ramaphosa and his delegation have landed in Washington, D.C. for what is likely to be one of his most diplomatically challenging trips. He's joined by DA leader and Agriculture Minister John Steenhuisen. Steenhuisen says his top priority during the government's visit to the United States will be growing the economy and expanding employment opportunities, particularly in the agricultural sector. They'll also be trying to repair rocky relationships since the start of Donald Trump's presidency in January, one that's been fueled by misinformation about the country's laws and the expulsion of South Africa's ambassador to the US. ANC Chief Whip in Parliament, Ndumiseni Ntuli, says he hopes both leaders will be level-headed at the table.
And when the 2 leaders are sitting down, we believe that a lot of clarity will be provided, which should help us to strengthen our relationship. We don't need a fight between South Africa and the US. We need a relationship that helps us to build our 2 countries and reinforce each other in terms of the economy.
The trial into the burglary at President Cyril Ramaphosa's Palopala farm has been postponed due to one of the accused being heavily pregnant. Lawyers for Froliana Joseph, a former cleaner at the farm, were granted a 3-month postponement. Froliana, along with her brother David and their accomplice Emanuela David, are accused of breaking into the president's farm and making off with $580,000 in cash. The incident allegedly took place on the 9th of February 2020.
For much of today's proceedings, Froliana Joseph sits in the court dock with her head bowed, trying to hide her face from the cameras. After being handed a doctor's note by her defense lawyers, Magistrate Peter Mantata says he's satisfied she cannot stand trial in her current condition. Mantata says it would not be ideal to have a heavily pregnant person sit through a 4-week trial. The new trial is expected to run from the 15th of September to the 8th of October. Thabiso Koba, Eyewitness News, Limpopo.
Family members watched in devastation as forensic teams removed the bodies of their children. 4 children died in a fire in Mayfair and Joburg CBD. Preliminary investigations have revealed that the fire, which broke out at a home used as a creche in the area, happened shortly after a heating device was switched on to keep the children warm. It's unclear at this stage whether the creche is legally registered.
So she left the kids. She says she was at the toilet. She went to the shop, like Historisakas Koiwani, and then she locked the kids inside, and then she left with her 2 kids, the twins. And then she locked the kids inside, so probably the kids were playing with the gas stove, and the kids ended up burning inside, but the gas stove, gas was smelling from since last night.
The National Prosecuting Authority's hopes of retrying Nigerian pastor Timothy Omotoso has suffered a blow following his voluntary departure from the country on Sunday. Just 48 hours earlier, MPA head Shamila Batoyi told Parliament's Justice Committee she expected an appeal against his acquittal on sexual assault and human trafficking charges to drag on for some time. Should the NPA be successful in an appeal, Omotoso would have to be extradited to stand trial.
Yes, of course. You have an appeal process, and you wouldn't want a Gupta scenario where a person is out of the country and you can't proceed with an appeal.
Another wife of Omotoso now has a target on her back as Home Affairs officials shift their focus to Taiwo Omotoso's immigration status. This follows preliminary investigations that found she may also be in South Africa illegally. Celebrating what EFF leader Julius Malema calls the party's victory in imposing the VAT increase. The march started at the Union Buildings in Pretoria and ended at the National Treasury offices. The party claims its pressure on Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana played a role in the decision to reverse the tax hike.
Fighters were continuing the fight on Wednesday. If that budget is not what you want, then they should know there's going to be a fight in that parliament. We are not in parliament to nurse egos, to ask for favors, to be liked. We don't want positions in government. As long as we have a platform to speak for our people, we'll continue to speak for them. Whether they vote for us or not, we will fight for them because we love black people.
It could be another 2 to 4 days of dry taps for residents in Nisna in the Western Cape as the municipality scrambles to resolve challenges with its system. It's been close to 2 weeks since the town's main domestic water pump broke down, leaving residents in some wards without running water. Affected areas include Brenton-on-Sea, Big Eye, Sunridge and Nutsi. The installation of the new water pumps began yesterday, while water tankers continue to supply water to impacted regions.
There's hope that things will improve very soon. Pumps are getting put into place. Pumps are getting tested, and some of them is performing very well at this stage. So we hope that in the next couple of days, things will relieve.
Former US President Joe Biden has been diagnosed with an aggressive form of prostate cancer that has spread to his bones and is reviewing treatment options. On Friday, the 82-year-old Democrat, whose son Beau Biden died of cancer in 2015, was diagnosed with the disease after he experienced urinary symptoms and a prostate nodule was found. Don't forget to download the EWN News app, and thanks for watching.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent.